Okay, we're setting up the heads over here. This is for the intake port. Ease it off a little bit. This one also. When you put valve guides in, they never really go back the same way. But even genuine heads, a lot of times they're not square either. So, oh well. How's our height this way? We're a lot closer this way than the other way. Send it that way. How's this one look? That one's almost the same that way. So this side here, they're pretty equal. This is what the intakes. So the intakes didn't move too much when I put the guides in. They stayed pretty even this way, like this. They were both just a little bit off, about 2 lines on the up here, about 2 lines off for centering, which is not uncommon. Be nice to get closer, but oh well. Jeez, man, that thing went on the wall. Everything's fighting me tonight. Okay, so camera won't let me move. Clean up what I just got done doing. Okay, we are done with this cutter. That's the exhaust. We'll be reusing this here to cut the inside of the bowl out, so we'll keep it out. Okay, so now we do the same thing we did last time. We're going to bore out the bowl first, and then we'll come back and do the valve job. And then cut the whole chamber away and let it flow. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is measure the valve sizes. Let's see what we have. Okay, this is 850 instead of 860. Hope we can see a little better. Am I blown up or not? Nope, I'm not blown out. We're just close. 852, so it's 850. We'll call it 850. So if you take 150 off of that, that would be 700. If we come up 10 thou above that, like we did an exhaust, it's 760. No, 710. Almost got me there. So we're going to make it 1710. So let's get one of these big cutters over here. This is 687 is the smallest. We'll be using this one. Looks like it was cut pretty close to something before already. No, this is 800. Probably cut a seat before. And no place to put my tools. Do it over here in the dark. Let's see, 600. $710. Okay. Always measure to make sure you didn't screw up. Evidently I screwed up where it's 750. Missed it by 1 line. Oops. Not sure how I did that one. Probably it's dark over here and I'm half blind. Or I'm just a dumbass. Could be that too. Okay, so there's our 710, 707, 708, couple thou less, just like before. Okay, that's going to be our cut I'm going to use. Cut her out. Okay, this is going to bore out the throat of the seat. A nice big cut. cutting out in there. There we go, through the seat into the aluminum. Alright, clear. Next one. So see how big that one is now? See how small this one is? So look how much of the seat disappeared here. See, we're all the way against the seat taper over here. And see this one here, you got all this metal in here we cut out. At the bottom of my fingers we cut out. Now this seat here is overhanging the port. There's a big lip on the back side. It's really bad on flow. And obviously on this one here, we're cutting aluminum, so that's all gone. It's going to flow directly under the seat like it's supposed to. No lip underneath to cause a problem. That's definitely an improvement doing that way. Okay, I need 2 hands for this job. Back over here again. Alright, pocket cutter, also hole cutter. Alright. Now we can come in there with our inside cutter, cut that out. That one I was using this one, I think. Too big. That'll work. Just a little bit short. There, just make it longer. Make her up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to blow this away here, this inside edge. So we're going to cut this away in here and blend it in just like we did over on this side. We're going to do the same thing on this side over here. So that's what this cutter is going to do. I'll have to take a couple looks at it as I go so I don't go too deep, because I don't have any access to see it either. Come out, see what we did. Okay, so now we're cutting into the back side over here. Now, the deeper we make that, the more it's for topping and less for the street. So I got to figure out what the distance is from here to here when I'm blending. I could probably go just a little bit deeper and still have a good blend line. So I'm going to cut that. When I pour it, I'll cut this edge out right here. I'll blend this from here to here. Try to make a straight line. Kind of guess what I'm doing here. I don't want to go too much deeper. I'll probably go a few thou, but that's about it. So if you overcut it, it just makes it more top end and less low end. Already opened up the port quite a bit. It's only an 8-inch motor, but it's got a good, pretty decent cam in it. So might as well make it breathe. No reason to baby it. Okay. I'm going to do the same on this side. Oh yeah, looking good. Got a little extra, definitely made a difference how it looks. This also equalizes the ports because it makes them the same depth and same diameter. Most Harleys are not very even on that number. Evils aren't too bad, but the older motors are way off. Alright, that spring made it without cutting it in half again. Alright, that's about the same on both. Alright, so there is now what it looks like. So you got a nice deep opened up bowl now. So now we get some airflow on the outside. So we'll do our valve job and we'll blow this corner out here. Let it breathe around the valve to port. So that's the next thing to do. Okay, so we're going to use our seat. Let's set this cutter again. These valves have already been ground before, so I got kind of a bad idea where they're going to actually sit. I'll have to do a better job this time of centering it up. And you'll do the valve jobs every day, or every week, or every month. You get kind of rusty on how you do things. Okay, which one's this one? 840, 45. It's a little bit sharper edge on it. It's just a 10. So you got two different angles I can use. This has more an abrupt angle coming out. This one's almost the same angle, top and bottom. So we have different ones we can use. I usually use this one for small motors, and I use that one for big motors, bigger valves. That's why I have them set up on different size holders. There's a few other ones you can get to if you want, not counting custom. The myth of a 3-angle valve job is a myth. So this thing was made for a lot bigger valve than we got in here right now. What's going on here? Okay, that'll be slightly on the conservative side, but should be pretty close. I said that last time though. Maybe this time I'll be closer. Find out. I'll have to get the seat so I can see it better. Okay. It's pretty hard to see in here. I can actually fudge this thing in here a little ways. Get you in there a little bit better view than I can see. There you go. A little bit better than I can see. Alright, see what happens. Alright, let's see what we got. Don't see my top angle yet. Don't make that same mistake last time where I didn't have the top angle even in there yet. Let's bring it in. Don't really see it. Oh yeah, there it is. It's in there big time. Okay. Couldn't see it in shade. Okay, that one sunk in there a little bit more than I wanted it to sunk. I'll tell you that. Okay, so now I'm going to cut my top angle. Where's my seat at? Seat should be there. Alright. Set my top angle. This is in my way. Alright, we gotta set this angle here for top angle for cutting out the side of the head. Alright, so this is going to do our top parabolic curve cut, just like we did before. Get rid of all that unwanted compression that we don't need. Alright. Might be a little deeper than that. Let's see what the seat is. crushing down. Metal I've cut out of this bowl. Look how much metal is inside the port down here, see? How much we cut away. All these things we've been doing. Alright, so we cut that wall out, so now it'll breathe around that. I just came down until I just hit right here. The seat's actually down here. Should be where it's at. So I'm going to lap the valve in. See what we get for a lap on it. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mark the edge of the valve face here so I can kind of get an idea about maybe where we're at. So I have nothing to go by because I already ground on this valve before. So we'll try that little trick there. See how it works. Alright, looks like that's probably set up enough. Pull back as much as we can anyway. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit on the edge here. Alright, hopefully that'll give me a good reference to where the hell I'm at. If I did it right, it would be right on the money. Definitely right on the money, right there. It's definitely out there on the edge. It might be just a tick too far, actually. Where's seat at? Yeah, I think we're off the edge of the valve just barely. Not by much, just a tick. Okay, so I'll recut this one again a little bit. Go back and do the other one. My cutter out right here. I'm going to pull this thing in just a little bit, not much. Just a few thousandths. And we'll lap in this valve. Alright, cutter. Who stole my cutter? See my cut. I think we're good. Oh yeah, we're there. If you rub with your thumb, you can see it better. See right here in the light, down in there. See the multiple angles in there when I rub my thumb across. Oop. Trying to watch what I'm doing, and my thumbnail is way too fat to look at that. So the top cut is where my thumbnail is. And the next line below, that little narrow edge there, is a seat. Then you got an inner angle, and then you got a radius behind under that. And then we have a top cut up in here. Now I'm going to blend my cutter into this. So we'll get this cut right here, coming up that way. So that's what we're going to do now. And of course we can cut the side of the head away. See how much this one's cut away? We'll cut that one away. Now you want to know what that looks like with the valve on in the hole. There's that. There it is. So now when this opens up, you can see how it flows air around that damn thing. It's unshrouded. Just like the exhaust is unshrouded, this one's unshrouded. Alright. Take another cut. Get that out of the way. So mark these valves when I'm thinking about it. This one here is going to be the front. This one's going to be the rear. Okay, where did we leave off? I'm going to cut the seats and I'm going to cut the top angle. Now some more clunking noises. Alright. There we go. See exactly the angle I'm on, so we don't want to go too deep. Okay. Alright, so the valve is now marked up again. It should be slightly on the inside of the edge because I moved it in a little bit. If it's not enough, we'll move it again. Definitely out there on the edge still. How close to the edge is what matters. Still looks like it's pretty close to the outside edge. I moved it in, but not enough. Alright. Have to move it in a little bit more. Where'd my cutter go? I thought I moved enough the first time, but I guess not. Move it again. Sinking the valves a little bit like we're doing is not hurting much because with the big cam we need a little more TD clearance. We got those real high TD lift numbers, 200 and 210. We need to be a little bit lower anyway. So we're good in that respect. Can't see exactly what I'm cutting. Always working a dark hole around here. Definitely cutting the top off a little bit. Just moving the seat angle in there a little ways. Hard to tell exactly how much I'm moving it. I don't want to keep going 5 thou forever. At some point we need to move the damn thing in, get it back on the valve. Alright. That should make it different. What did I do with my flashlight? Alright. Cut that one. I'm going to cut this one first. That edge. Trying to see the angle I'm putting in there. I'm just coming into it. All right. Top angle is set. Rear. I still have to go a little bit deeper to get 100% seat, but the top angle is definitely in there now. So I can see where it's going to sit on the valve head. I moved it in twice, I might have moved it too far. This will tell me. Okay, yep, we're on the inside of the valve now. Alright, see a little red mark right there on the outside edge? Right there on the edge, that means we're on the valve now. Conservatively on it. Yeah, I could pull it out just a tick, but we're good. I'm not going to pull it out. Okay. Where are we at? Could go a little deeper to clean it. Let me see what I got. Anti-tight valve. This valve here. It'd be nice if I could tell exactly how wide that was. I think I'm in a safe spot. I'm going to leave it. I could move it out, but I'm going to leave it. Quit second guessing what I'm going to do. Leave it alone. Alright, I got to go down a little bit deeper to bring the seat in. Cutter. This. See the inside edge. Hard to tell. Just a tick more. Very light cuts. Yeah, I'm seeing the inside edge now. I'm seeing that inside second angle now. Okay. That'll work. Okay, now we're going to do our top cut. Where's my angle at? Way down there. Seat. Cutting way too slow, it's not cutting for squat in aluminum. It likes to be faster speed. Much better. Yep, see my mark I wanted to see. That looks much better. Okay, so it's hard to see in the light, but right above my finger there is just a little faint line. That's the line my cutter leaves. So now we got a nice curve coming out, and it feeds in real nice into the head now with a nice even, there's no lip in there now. So we cut the lip out that was over here. See, there was still a lip over here. We went deep enough to get rid of that lip. We should have plenty of TD clearance now. Looks good. The exhaust could have been sunk down too to get rid of that lip. I'll have to check my TD. I might have to come back and cut it. We'll have to see after I measure my TD numbers. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to cut the teeth in here and I'll come back and do the top cut. Barely seeing the angle I want to see. Kiss it one more time. Looking in the shadows again. Think I can see what I want. Light out of the way. Yes, definitely see what I'm looking for. these marks come and go with about 10 thou drop in highs. Amazing how close it is that you're working to. The night and day is 5 or 10 thou difference. It's hard to measure that. Can't see the mark I want. Pull up and get out of here so I can see better. That's it. Just one more time. Oh yeah, definitely coming in now. Just barely touching it. Alright, pretty equal. Looking for the same little faint line right there as that we had on this one over here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really fine. The seat's actually right there. I gotta lap it, but it's right there. So, okay, I'm gonna pull these out and lap them. I can look at them again here. See what we actually got to work with here. If we're lucky, I won't have to come back and do the exhaust. But I won't know until after I get the heads off the machine. Okay, this is the rear one. It takes me a long time to do a valve jock. I'm too damn picky. That's why I charge a little bit. Of course, I think you're getting a better job than most people ever give you, but I definitely am not doing production work around here. I always try to make them the best I can each time. Okay, seat's on the valve now. You can see the little edge right above right there. Whoop. You can see I'm pretty conservative. I could have been out a little bit further on the edge, but that's all right. I've lived enough times already. At least we know we're on the valve face now. We were off it before. Like half on, half off. That works all right for racing, but not street work. There we go. Like I said, exhaust I might have to come back and do again. We'll know after we get the heads off and do a TD check. Okay. Look at the seat, make sure it's a good seat all the way around. We obviously have a nice seat all the way around the valve. And you can see the seat marked right there in the middle of our nice curvy valve system through there. Nice even black line all the way around, a gray line. That's what we're looking to see. Gotta put the camera where you can see it. Nice gray line, see all the way around. That's what we're looking for. Exhaust isn't quite that nice, so I don't care if I have to redo it a little bit. It wasn't my best job. Okay, so I'm going to pull one head out right now, see where we're at. TD number. Let's see if I have to redo this. Pull this one here. They look pretty nice though. I'm happy with them. Way over there again. Okay, I need we're on the front head, front valve, rear valve, front valve. Okay, so we need 2 front valves. There you go. It looks like. Yeah, looks like we got plenty of TD left. You can see how the valves inside the port. You barely lift them up, you're flowing air out of them things. Not much in the way of shrouding when you open them things up, see? They open right up. Okay, let's go over here and do a measurement. See what we got. Okay, so the way we do a TD lift is real simple. Take a 6-inch scale. These are in 10,000ths of an inch right here, these little lines. Every line's 10,000ths of an inch. So you can read pretty close. Don't be scratching on that bench. Forget, this is painted heads already. I think it's raw aluminum. Okay, so this is the exhaust. So the exhaust is 210 lift. I usually get a little extra when I do these measurements too. Okay, pick a spot on the scale you want to measure at. Okay, we're about 835, 840 right there. So there's 615, 620-ish, 625 right there. Okay, go over here. Pick a spot on this one. We're about 850, 840. Call it 850. 640-ish. Flip it around and see what kind of clearance you got. So we're safe. See the clearance there? Right here you got about 80,000 in between them. So the intake valve didn't have to be quite sunk that deep. It would have been safer a little bit higher up. We could have been up there about 20,000 more up, but it's alright. We're definitely safe, that's what matters. So the compression got lowered a little bit more again. That ain't gonna hurt anything. Alright, so there's what that looks like. So we got room for a little bit bigger cam yet if we need it. You can probably get enough room for about 225 exhaust TD and probably about a 240 to almost 250 on the intake. It'd probably clear right now. That'd be a pretty big cam. So I don't think he's going to put that big of a cam in it. That'd be nice. That'd be more like my kind of cam. Well, mild cam for me. I like 280 lifts and 250 lifts and exhaust and intakes. The intake is higher. Alright, so we got this all done for now. So what I need to do now is this needs to be all ported out, blended in here, cleaned up. We'll work on that tomorrow. I wasted too many hours today. It's 1:15 again. There's my favorite clock view, see? AM, not PM. Alright, so we gotta finish the motor tomorrow. He's coming to pick it up the next day, so I gotta get these all done tomorrow. Get the heads done, get them on the motor, and I'll be working late again, I'm sure. So I'll make these how I want them. So they'll be nice and pretty good on the inside too. I care more about the inside than the outside anyway. Alright, that's it for tonight on this one.